What up, man? Good morning, Mr. Fame. Peace. What is that? In bed what? Interesting. Wow. So that's pretty cool, man. Honestly, all these things that you've been doing, um, I mean, you're a visionaryist. That's why you've done it. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. And it might not seem like a lot, but it's a lot. And that's why yeah, bro. The show, the people lean in. The name, the name is catchy. The name is makes you just want to come in and say, "What are you talking about?" Hell yeah, 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 yep, yep. The name makes you want to come in and just sit and listen, and then you're streaming. What do you call the streaming live? That's what you because go ahead. Yeah, no, but you have this live, and then you also have it where they can see you if you was to show your picture, but you're not. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yep. You know, Polly. What up, Polly? He's up. He probably hit the request button by accident. He don't talk much.
Can you can, can,
Yeah, bro.
can you hear me? What's going
Hey,
on,
what's
lads?
going on, Paulie? Nice to hear your voice, bro.
Long time no talk.
Let that shit out, Paulie. Tell
I,
him you're
I,
mining the blocks. You're
Ro-
taking every block. Tell him.
Ro- Romeo, Romeo. I did tell you they call me Bernie. You know, like Weekend at Bernie's, the dead guy that doesn't talk. That's my nickname.
We kids at Bernie. I remember that. That's so funny.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, Weekend at
That's so
Bernie's.
funny.
That's my nickname, Bernie. You don't fucking talk. You should talk. Oh yeah, they had the yeah they had the faces here in the football. It's mad. Mm, yeah, that's me. Hey, listen, Rome, I wanted to ask you with the blocks. So I've tried all the one liners. I've tried every sort of 3060s, 3090s, all that stuff. But I'm using I think it's called the Zen Tools miner, and it's just brilliant. So you just type in what you want, and it'll just throw up as many of the particular miners that you want. But it's got a menu where you can check the performance. So if one's lagging, it'll tell you, just delete it. So I think I was getting, when the difficulty was between 104 to about, say, I don't know, 120, roughly I worked out X&M was costing me about 2.7 cents using 3090s. And that's sort of what I go on.
Nice, nice. So what's your average? What's your average per hour on those 3090s?
Well, I didn't. Well, they're all different. So when you there's two different things. So you can get it's like a you can book a miner for a certain price and hope you get it for that. But if you just type in the one that you want, it'll just keep sending what's available. So I was getting 3090, some for 12 cents.
That's good, bro.
Probably averaging around the 50. Yeah, probably averaging around the 15.
That's really good, brother.
Yeah, and look, a lot of them they varied from verified, unverified, de-verified, and pretty much to tell you straight away which one was just lagging. You could tell by the sort of the hash rate. It was pretty easy to see. So I had like at one stage 40, 50 going at once. And then I just sort of trim it back. That's not performing. That's not performing. So what I used to do, well, I still do, probably every sort of maybe 4 hours to 8 hours, I'd just basically divide what I spent by the amount of blocks that I got. And yeah, in that range, it was costing me between 2.7 cents to 3 cents. And when it gets up to about 120,000, 3 to 3.5 maybe. But yeah, it's really good to see. You don't have to sit there and look. They run all the time. You can just leave it forever. I was using the interruptibles, and I thought, oh, this is great. No one knows about this. This is really cheap. But you're actually bidding against someone else. So you're sort of grabbing their miner off them by bidding higher. And then 2 hours later, if you don't watch it, it's just dropped off because they want it back. So, yeah, food for thought.
No, for sure. And I didn't experience the interoperable. Couldn't get for some reason, I couldn't get my computer to copy paste or whatever. And I didn't change the template to do it, the interoperable. Okay. So I went back on the demand, which is cool. It was all good. I'm averaging about 3 cents too, bro. I'm getting a lot of 3060s. What I realized is low overhead, period. I mean, at the end of the day, my rank is lower than yours. I'm fucking with you.
No. You're the king. You've got more than I have. But I think what I've worked out that most of them over time, they're sort of pretty much the same per XNM. It obviously depends. If you've got a better miner, you might get more quicker, but they sort of work out the same, except for when you get into the more expensive ones. I found those, I think, are they A40s? I got one of those really cheap and they're okay, but if you pay full price for them, they're dearer. So it's not necessarily the most powerful card sort of wins the race. So you just got to just work out what it costs you per XNM.
I think that's the bottom line. I think that's the bottom line, right? The overhead cost of the XNM. I've gotten quite lucky. I've gotten 3 super blocks in the last 4 days, dude. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right, but I ran out of money, and I seem to so hear me now. So I ran out of money. I had to refill my cards, and then I think because I cranked almost 50 GPUs at the same time, it gave me it gave me a super. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I might try that again.
Yeah, I've had the same thing, and I've sort of worked out. I don't know what it is, whether it's just a particular card or just the time, but I've pretty much worked out sort of every 10,000. Yeah, every 10,000 XNM, you seem to get on average 2 super blocks, but then some people get 2 or 3 quickly, and then it takes them forever to get one. So I hope they're worth something.
Oh no, but without a doubt, bro. So there's a tweet. I can't get it, but somebody else can get it. I got to get to work in a few minutes, but ZenPub spoke about, just like Zuni Swap has Zuni token, Zuni Swap will have Zuni fucking tokens, bitches. That's what I want to share today. That's why. That's what I want to fucking share this morning. Good morning, Grand Rising. Grand Rising, everybody, under the sound of my voice. I hope everybody's doing well, dude. I hope everybody's in their element and they're happy and they're at peace. Hell yeah.
But yeah, Brian, definitely have a look at the Zen. I think it's called Zen Toolbox Miner. So it's just an app basically that you download. Look at I think I sent you the videos. So you just sort of, once you download it, it's a once-off thing, but it's just so easy. It's just ridiculously easy. Actually, it's way easier than using Fast interface, and easier to control.
Interesting. So you sent me the DM. I'm gonna check it then. Download
Yeah, I think
Zen Zen tool miner.
Yeah, that's it. There's no I started like you stuck in 1,000 lines of code at the start. I watched Crypto Bra, and then it was like, 3 lines, and it got down to 1. But this guy's just basically made I don't know, I'm not a tech person, but I just call it an app. And yeah, you just download it, watch his video, and yeah, you can actually see your ranking. Yeah, it's got like 6 or 7 different menus. But the thing I like about it is you can check the performance, especially if you're running 50, 60 to 100, whatever your sort of numbers are. It's very hard to keep track on when you're on Vast. So this one, you can just go in and just click the performance tab, and it sort of gives you a Z score rating, which he made up, and it'll tell you if it's under the hash rate, and you can work it out for yourself just by looking and compare it with others, and you just sort of drop them off and you keep the good ones and off you go. You don't have to worry about it. I've never had any drop out. Yeah, well, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try and put the YouTube videos or a link to them. I think his name's Traveler or something like that. He gets like, I think it's 5% fee, which I don't mind. He's designed something that's good, works for me. So, um, more joy for him. So yeah, I'll try and put them up in there, and you guys can have a look and work it out for yourself. But yeah, it's very easy. I've been doing it for quite a while, and I just find it's way easier than using Vast interface.
So he is getting a fee, though. He is getting a fee off your blocks. That's interesting to know.
He gets a fee.
To know.
Yeah, he gets a fee. And remember when we started using Vast?
Yeah, he rubbed.
Yeah, he lost connection. How you guys doing?
Just chilling.
What's up, Block?
What's going on with you?
What up, Block? Good morning, Block.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm trying to let him up. 1 second.
Yeah,
So he
it's
can
just
speak
been
now.
some problems, bro. It's been fucking happening all week, off and on. Yeah. He might have to leave and then come back, like leave the space.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, fellas?
Yeah.
I can hear
What
you.
up, Block? How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Good. How about yourself?
I heard you in New York, bro.
The last time I went there was fucking busy.
You guys there? Yeah, no worries. I'll let you guys keep talking. Very, very little alpha. No, I was just saying from a point of view of mining the blocks. Yeah, just what I've found much easier in just trying everything, and it seems to be the best way. So each to their own.
So is it live? Are you making some real money, or are you just in testnet?
Was that question to me, Block?
Yeah, I haven't really been interactive with the community for quite some time. So
Yeah.
is it live or is it still in testnet? We're
Well,
still playing with things, or
well, the blocks, I guess, are still in testnet. There's no value, so it's anticipation, I guess, and what you believe in. You know more about the blockchain than most of us, but I'm in Zen for a lot of different reasons, and I'm happy to participate with mining blocks. I think there's a future with it. So, yeah, in terms of how much we spend, that's sort of all I was talking about with the other guys that are doing it. Try to keep your costs down, or what's, the best way to go about it.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was just wondering when it was coming live. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know, everybody has their own opinion. Anyone can do whatever they want to do, but I just feel that they, I mean, other coins, people are in it to be able to generate income. So whenever that feature comes live, definitely would like to see it. Until
Yeah,
then,
it's interesting.
I'm not participating in it.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I think I was listening to something Raz said maybe a few months ago, and he said he wasn't participating in it. But I'm like, I don't know whether that's from a technical point of view, or Raz is probably pretty well off and he probably doesn't have to do it. And some of us think there's an opportunity. I guess it's what you believe in with Zen in a whole, or X1 coming. I wasn't sort of expecting it to come, to be honest, in this quarter, and it doesn't bother me too much. I'm in another layer one that I think has potential, but yeah, I guess it's just you do as much research as you can and put your money where your mouth is and hope for the best.
Yeah, I originally just joined specifically Zen. Didn't really care for X1. I think it was just more of a competition between him and the post chain guy. What's his name? I can't think of it. Richard Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Richard
I
Hart,
just
that's
think it
it.
was more of a competition between them two. Uh, Other than that, I don't really see, like, my own opinion, that Zen is a great function. Many other people, specifically in Bitcoin Ordinals, have taken like Zen's protocol. Um, it was a pretty genius protocol, so I would definitely give the man his props. But other than that, I don't necessarily know about the blockchain. I don't look at him as an expert in blockchain. He's definitely a good engineer, but that comes with a lot of capital. You know, like, blockchains are not like cheap. You can just slap up for a couple of millions of dollars. It requires a lot of server hosting, security testing, and you're looking at about 3 years to launch a legitimate blockchain. And there's going to be some issues with capital. These things all have overhead costs, so that's the only thing that I
Yeah.
would say. I mean, so far as something to participate in, it's great. Yeah, but remember, this is not new. This is what you can do already on Phantom. Phantom provides you where you can actually mine blocks that that interacts with the nodes and stuff like that. So we'll see. Other than that, I'm just kind of falling back. I did have me and Jack really see eye to eye in the past. So instead of me going out here trying to say like I'm fudding, I'll just keep my comments to myself and just support those that I know in the community for the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
it'd
mean,
be.
it's
I
like
think
two
it'd be
years.
fair to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say. I think it'd be fair to say that probably 98, 99% of us aren't technically experienced or have been in it for a long time like you are. So, I obviously don't. I don't see Zen or X1 or anything Jack's doing the way that you do. I just sort of see it as being, I think Zen from the start, I thought was a great marketing. That's what I originally thought was this is just a fantastic way to market something else. But then there is still something with Zen. And I mean, at the end of the day, I hear a million different angles on it and nobody really knows. Maybe even Jack doesn't know to a degree what he's built in a way. But I like the fair principle. I like not being scammed. I've heard a couple of negative things from people that we sort of know about that we don't have to mention. But overall, yeah, I think if everybody gets an opportunity, we get to we make our own decisions. You can choose your blockchain, you can choose whatever, or believe in whatever you want to do. And I think that's the really good thing about it. And at the end of the day, if I don't make any money out of it, I know I'm not going to lose any. And that's the best thing for me. And it's just something nice to believe in. So technically, I have no experience, so it'd be a bit different for you, Block.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think X1 is most likely to come out maybe next year. I don't see that happening this year.
Okay.
Yeah, just there's a lot of different things that I could look at. And there is no one that's a builder that can actually integrate on building on top of X1 at this point. Security issues and some of the issues that because you're building the code off of a Phantom, if you guys know, had like a 260 some $1 million hack. And so I hope that they have it, and they're coming out with their own. I guess it's called the Sonic. It's supposed to be the fastest settlement of like transactions per second. That's coming out. Yeah, some Sonic. Yeah.
So, Block, I need to ask you a question from a person that's deeply involved in, computer technology. Is it fair to say that most people, so you just mentioned Sonic, fastest blockchain, so there's always, we've got the fastest, we've got this, it's always about we're better than the next one. Would you agree that the large majority of people don't care about what's faster? They just want to make money, or they want cheap fees, like obviously Ethereum. They don't want to pay the big fees like the little spenders that have got, say $50 and gas fees are 300. Is it just about? It's just about narratives and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, people don't necessarily like you could talk high tech vocabulary and you can get into an argument with someone, and everybody can have their own perspective. And yeah, people do get emotional, but I think majority of the people that are in this space, they don't necessarily care about the technology. They care about their bags. I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends on who you are. Like I personally don't need to do anything. I don't have no intention. I'm retired. I don't personally care what a person does with their own capital. But I just look at it. Is this thing going to be a short-term project, or is this going to be a long-term project where I can see, okay, let me park some money here, and let's see that if it can
Yeah.
grow within the next 8 years. If that can, great. But I think that with the government becoming a lot more malicious and attacking EVMs because of the control factor, and they're classifying these things as security than opposed to proof of work, blockchains like Zcash. You have Caspa. Caspa is a pretty good blockchain. I just kind of dug in deep a month and a half ago, did some research on Caspa. I think that's a pretty good blockchain, and it's very profitable to mine as well. Oh, yeah, Caspa is very profitable. Yeah, their miner, I think, does 21 terahash. I think you're generating about 5 grand a month. You can go to like mycryptobuddy.com and use that mining calculation. It's been pretty profitable. So yeah, and then Bitcoin, obviously, but I think that more institutions are coming into Bitcoin and they're trying to dominate it. No, they're. I mean, BlackRock is just knee deep into it. So then you had what the U.S. Treasury sent over what $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase. So that's probably. Yeah, that's why the price of Bitcoin dumped. So yeah.
I saw somewhere. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
I saw somewhere there's someone buying 100 Bitcoin a day in the last week. A wallet. Yeah, they're called the club or something, is it? The 100 Club they're calling the wallet. So yeah, that's a lot of dough. So
Hey, hey, for clarity, Polly, I'm definitely don't consider myself an expert. I would consider myself just a learner. I don't know everything.
Well, yeah, you're obviously yeah. Well, yeah, to someone like me, you're obviously an expert or very experienced in technology and blockchain. So
I just say a little bit seasoned, seasoned a little bit, but definitely there's a lot more smarter people than I am that
yeah.
But I'm just, I'm here to learn. I mean, everybody has their own thing. I just been around the block a little bit more than others, so kind of learn from experience and kind of got a niche to look at things and make a determination that I don't think is this advantageous for me to participate in, or this is kind of like a pump and dump type of thing. But that just comes with the years of being in this space. But what's up, 88?
What's up, bro? I got a question to ask you, bro. Did you have a chance to take a look at that BVM contract from Legal? Is it all bullshit, or is it something that they're trying to do for the Bitcoin network? Because I've never heard of a BVM before. Have you? No, it's legal. Legal's creating their own blockchain, right? But I was sending the information to Block just to see if he can review it, to take a look, because I was reading over it and I've never ever heard of a BVM blockchain before. So I just wanted to know if you heard of a BVM blockchain before.
A BVM, not a EVM, but a BVM, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I didn't really.
Yeah, so that's what they're
Yeah.
creating. That's what they're instead of an EVM, they're doing a BVM, right? So that's why I send you the contract to see if you can read over the white paper to see if it's legit or not. Because I've never heard of a BVM before, right? So there's spaces.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like Merlin chain.
Is it the exact same shit that they're trying to do, a Merlin chain, I guess?
Yeah, all layer two. They're doing it on off chain. So you're right back into the Ponzi-nomics. Like what everyone else done. So those smart contracts. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, yeah.
And I got another question to ask you. I was gonna say, what do you think about all this runestones? Like the outlook of it for the long term, because it kind of reminds me of like a lot of things like he's doing is with like Zen. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to know your
Well,
opinion.
I mean, it's for like true transparency and honesty. I mean, you have not got anything free from Zen. Uh, Runes was actually something that was airdrop. You never had a mint, so that
But
was
Zen,
actually fair. You know, so
Zen
name
is
me a
free
project that
though,
gave
if you
you
think
something
about
for
it,
free that's worth
right?
that 3 to 4K right now. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a comparison.
But usually when you mint Zen, it's free, right? The only thing you're paying for is the gas fees, right? So
Yeah, but that's not
people,
free. Runes got airdropped to everyone's wallet. You didn't have to mint, and you got what, $3,000-4,000 in your pocket. I don't see anyone else doing that. So I definitely support Runes. Like, have you received a $3,000-4,000 bonus from any founder, any project?
so the way I
No.
look, the way I look at it as well is that because you participate, right? And whatever you did in the ordinal space, everything adds up, right? Like with your gas fees and stuff like that. So for me, I encounter the gas fees I spend over the whole entire network on ordinals. So it kind of adds up to the not the same amount, but like I could say I spend half that. You know what I mean? In gas fees, just paying miners and stuff like that. So that's where you can calculate that for your runestone.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean? Because nothing's really.
Runestone is its own individual project. It doesn't have anything to do with the ordinal chain. It was just a project that Leonidas created, and he wanted to create something that's fair on Bitcoin. Yeah, and he rewarded those that participated in ordinals for the first year. So I didn't expect it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who created wallets. I think that's the reason why I think that the Zen community should have been prosperous if they like participated in ordinals last year because each wallet got an airdrop. You know, you each got per wallet. What is that? 3, 4K right now. Yeah, 50 wallets. You should be sitting pretty right now.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that. Yeah, I remember the last first year and a half I've been saying this, and everybody thought I was funny. It's the government coming down. Yeah, but my film is they were going after these EVM chains because they wanted to roll out their CBDC. And I don't know, bro. I don't see unless you want to become centralized. It's a fact. When you're on EVM, the only difference is you're putting your information on someone else's computer. That's what you got to understand with the EVM. Like you can tell me decentralized all you want, but if it's hosted on someone else's computer, you don't have control over it, and that's what happens. That's what the government doing. That's why they can't stop like proof of work, like blockchains. They can't. They can't stop Bitcoin. They can't stop Doge. They can't stop Zcash, Litecoin. So I don't know. That's first principles, proof of work.
So, Block, what do you think the outlook's going to look when it starts activated the runestones? Like, how do you think it's going to look? You think it's gonna do well off the bat? What do you think is going to happen to the BRC20s? Are they going to go to shit?
Oh, to be honest with you, all the BRC20s are gonna be dead. Yeah, they're gone because of the
Even
rooms.
even with that 5 ticker letter, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, just rooms is a better protocol than BRC20s. To be honest with you, you don't need transfer inscriptions. It's pretty clean, color coded. Um, there's a lot of different things that you can do on runes, and I recommend you read the GitHub or there's a couple of videos out there. But it's definitely going to disrupt like BRC20s, and it's also going to definitely kill a lot of EVM chains. So yeah, I don't know, bro. BRC20. Trust me, I was like the main guy over here. BRC20. Now that I seen this, I'm the one that introduced BRC20 to the and bitmaps. So I don't
What do you think
I
about
hope it
bitmaps?
doesn't.
Are they
I
dead
don't know,
too?
man. There could be some utility. I think there's doing some stuff. You got some Zenians in the space that are doing some stuff. Like that's probably been in our spaces and never saying anything. Maybe pop up, say something here or there. Um, but yeah, they're building. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of Zenians coming over to Bitcoin building and building on bitmaps.
All right, sounds good, bro. Another question about the runestones. So how's it gonna work? Is it gonna be an indexer, where is it just gonna be the runestone itself, where everything's gonna be minded on that runestone? Because I already read that GitHub, to be honest with you. So I should read it just to have more information, because I bought a few and I had a few, so I'm kind of bullish on it, right? So I just want to have more information, because I know 420 it starts activated, right? And in your eyes, do you think it's very decentralized, or is it centralized like BRC20s? Because BRC20s have an indexer in place, right?
Yeah, the indexer is off chain. That's someone hosting it, right? Like the indexer is like a database, and you're putting different variables inside of that database, and everybody has to connect. Because if you use Bitcoin, you try to connect. If you try to look for that inscription on Bitcoin, you won't find it. You're like pointing data to uh, another block, or you're pointing data into a UTXO. You know what a UTXO is, right?
Yep, yep.
Unspent transaction output, which means that it sits inside someone's wallet. So every time you inscribe, you're creating a new UTXO. And when you create a new UTXO, that means you lose custody of it, right? So the indexer is just pointing to data that sits in someone else's wallet. And majority of the time is that the inscription actually sits inside of the miner's wallet. A lot of people don't know.
All right, man. Thanks. Welcome.
Thane, I just wanted to ask you a question about Nooks. So, yeah, I got in very early. Yeah, I got in very early with Clout. And yeah, I've just been buying, sort of DCAing, but I was inscribing Nooks, and I was using Ordinal's wallet to do it, and then I bought some as well. But my problem is with so once you inscribe Nooks, so I've got, trillions of them, whatever, but to list them or to transfer them, I've got to inscribe them. So I was minting them, and then I've got to inscribe them. But I think in the video that I showed you, I don't have an option other than to do one by one. There's no option to sort of select all of them.
You need a bulk minter, right?
Yeah. 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 I don't. So you did it on Ordinal's wallet? Is that what you minted them on? Did you mint them on that day? Uh, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was told to go to. No, I haven't, because I've already minted them all on Ordinal's wallet. That was my problem. I think I contacted. Is it Adam McBride? He's the guy that pushes bells a fair bit on. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
but
doing billing right now.
he didn't want anything to do with it though. Yeah, yeah, and the thing is, when you mint them, what I learnt early, if you try to mint too many, so you've got to go to the I know, a transaction page to see what the last gas fee of the last inscription was. So if you don't go higher, you just get stuck, and you can get stuck for a month. So you've always got to go, oh, well, that one was, say, for instance, 3,000, whatever it is, you go 5,000 or 4,000, and it still takes. I could sort of only do maybe 500 at a time. If you try to take it out further, you get an error message. But anyways, that's all good. I just don't know how to listen. If I want to listen, I'll be here till the year 3000 to do one by one. And yeah, all I was told was, yeah, well, that's what I thought. But no, because when I go down to so when I go into say Nooks, I've got I think you saw in the video I showed you, I've got say 3 boxes there of the amount that I've actually purchased, and then the rest of them are just like inscription code. Yeah, the rest are just individual inscription codes, a bit like when we were doing the over inscriptions. It was just code with name. So there's just pages and pages and pages. But I click on one, but I can't select any more than one. So I've got like endless. So yeah, so I think I'm a bit stuck there. And I contacted that Adam McBride and said, "Oh, this is my problem." And he goes, "Oh, there's a problem with Ordinal's wallet. You've got to use Bell Scribe and whatever." So it doesn't matter. It wasn't a lot of money. It was just more, how do I actually, I'm just not going to sit there all day. I don't have the time actually for the next decade. So yeah. 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 Well, yeah, I'm actually more bullish on just Bell's coin itself. So just from, maybe it's just a little bit of memory lane stuff. Doge community is huge. Uh, something in the bull run that could possibly go to $1 billion or more, and we got in early, and yeah. So yeah, it's doing pretty well at the moment. It's only just started, but yeah, the Nooks thing was a bit different. It's very clunky and slow, which you would expect. Yeah, 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 definitely. I think that's the way to go. Hey, listen, what's that? So, what are you guys? What's happening with this Triple C thing? I didn't take part in it. Yeah, I just from the start, yeah, it's probably a little, I don't know, what's the word for it? Superficial. I just didn't like the guy that was pushing. No, I just didn't like the guy that was pushing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just saw some videos, and I'm like, nah. And then I don't have a great deal of experience in terms of years with crypto, but I mean, I've always thought DAOs, they mean well, but they never. There's always someone that's got a large supply that at the end of the day rules the roost. And I saw some messages there that ET was in the Telegram with the guys that started it, and one of the guys said, "Oh, just for your information, we've got some Jack spies in here." And I was like, "Oh, what?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was on Twitter. I saw it, and it's just, yeah. Even beforehand, I just got a bad whiff about it, and then I saw that, and I thought. Then I saw he was involved in it, and I thought, yeah, he who pays the piper. And I said, I don't like anything about it. I don't think we need it. Just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this. Yeah, I think someone else is behind it, but that's just suspicions, whatever. But I didn't get involved in it, so I thought I heard there was something happened more recently with it. I don't know what that was, but hope nobody got hurt with it or lost any money. Yeah. Well, that's right. And when I saw ET's name in there, and I'm like, yeah, I know who he is, and everybody else does. And I'm like, he sort of anti-Jack has some sort of beef, whatever that is. But yeah, I thought, no, that whole Dow situation suits those with the biggest bags in a lot of cases. So I was like, no, I'm not going to get involved in that. And I really don't see how it's beneficial, to be honest. So, yeah.
I think if we have any concerns or issues, you can come here and talk about it. That's what it's.
Yeah, that's
it.
That's dead right.
Simple as that. You don't need a protocol for fucking that bullshit, you know? Yeah, I think he told us. Block, I got another question for Block regarding DRC 20s. So if runestones come into DRC 20s, DRC 20s will be dead as well. Block, is that how it would work in the Dutch side?
Yeah, I mean, runes is a lot more robust. They can do many different functions on rune. So I think it will replace. I mean, just my personal opinion, but I think it will dominate BRC 20s.
So the existing tickers that been fully minted out that have utility in them and have a community behind them, do you think a lot of those people will just move, take their liquidity and move to runestones, or do you think they'll stay in that network still?
I don't know. It's a pretty touchy subject because if you look at Unisat, I think they own 20% of the supply of sats, right? So yeah, I think that's probably gonna fuck them up. But yeah, I think everybody's gonna end up jumping ships and going over to runes because a lot of utilities, like with the runes, you create your own tokens. I mean, everything that you could do with the EVMs, you could do with runes and have it on chain. So
that's crazy.
Pretty disruptive. Yeah, they're not the same. That's just like an ordinal collection. But if you hold it, obviously you're gonna get tokens, right? There could be airdropped. You can get a lot of different other ordinal collections that give you a opportunity to participate in.
Sounds good, bro.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Good morning, buddy.
Man, I know that voice, but you changed your profile, your handle.
Yeah, I tried to keep it a little bit the same, man, so people would still recognize me. I tried to keep the dirty in there, but hey, man, I got my little ordinal project up and going, Block. Hey, also, I've been living vicariously through your pictures, man. I've been digging all your pictures you've been posting on your vacation.
Cool, man.
So, Block, what about this uni world? What? Like, I know Unisat is trying to do everything in their power to make sure BRC20s don't die, right? Because they're always trying to come up with something. So, what do you think about this uni world that they're trying to build? That partnership with Unisat.
I don't like to be honest with you. A lot of the Asian community are migrating over to rooms. If you follow some of the Asians, the Chinese, they're all
Oh yeah,
rocking rooms.
yeah, I know.
So,
I see them.
so they're definitely going to be migrating from BRC 20s over to rooms once it, you know, once it comes out.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna ask you, how's the gas gonna look after 420? After the start active, is the gas gonna go crazy, or is it gonna be the same what it is? It is right now. Like,
I think what you got to watch is the wallets that you participate in, man, because those wallets rip people off. Like you're getting screwed like literally 6 times. Like the moment you send stats to be able to inscribe or mint something, that's one transaction fee, and then they're charging you on an invoice, right? And they're sending that over to the miners to go out there and inscribe something. So the miners, you know what I mean, and then the miners have to go ahead and put it inside of a block up to 4 megabytes, and they're gonna have to receive the take those inscriptions and send like sats back to the wallet. Then the wallet has to send it back to you. So you're like getting banged a lot of times on all these fees. That has to be handled.
Yeah, man, I've noticed that when you do, like when you inscribe on a site and you look at your receipt, how many UTXOs it creates compared to if you inscribe through the ordinal client, how many UTXOs it creates. It really opens your eyes to how many pennies these platforms are pinching off of us. It really opened my eyes. Once I set up the ordinal client and was inscribed through that, I was like, wow, it really made me go back and start paying attention to all the UTXOs these platforms were pinching off.
Well, this is what I said in the beginning, ordinals. You don't necessarily have the inscription, right? So the inscription technically sits in someone else's wallet. Because when you send a transaction, what does that create? A new UTXO, right? So what happens when they send that transaction over to the wallet that you're using? That creates a new UTXO. So where is the data? That's right. It sits in the miner's wallet.
and
What is that
Runestone.
like if we use a platform, or is that in any inscription?
It's all of them, bro. I mean, it's on. Don't get me wrong. It's on chain. But if you're thinking that, oh yeah, that UTXO has my data on it, you're wrong. That's why you
E-
need the indexer.
Even if you inscribe to your own ordinal client, the data's still in the miner's wallet.
Yeah, because you're sending. Remember, bro, you're sending sats. So that creates a UTXO. So if you want something inscribed, it has to sit in your wallet. That's why it's called unspent.
Yeah, I do notice that even if you inscribe through the ordinal client, it gets sent to a whole different wallet and does the inscription and then gets sent back to your wallet. So I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but nobody wanted to hear that shit, bro. So I mean, I just kind of fell back. Yeah, but you let people do what they want to do. So if you go and say something, then they'll say you're a futter. So
So,
I'm all like, all right,
Block, that's
back.
the same thing with DRC20s too, then.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Bell Chain too. I guess all of them.
yeah, it's all of them, bro. Like, Like I'm just giving alpha because I don't really care. Like if someone wants to listen and build it, but technically just run your own node, bro. I've been saying that from the beginning. Like run your own node. Like you can inscribe using your own node.
And that's what a lot of people are going to be doing with runestones, correct? It would give them the advantage, I guess, of getting whatever project comes out, I guess.
I believe so. I'm not too sure. Yeah, hyperinflation. Yep, hyperinflation on Bitcoin. So, I mean, like many people think that Bitcoin's going to dump, take a 80, 60% correction. There's just too much activity. People are just only looking at it from a traditional Bitcoin trade, but they're not implementing like what's happening on ordinals. And there's a lot of activity happening on ordinals. So you're having new money coming in, and then it's converting into Bitcoin. And then obviously people sell, they end up with real sats that helps increase the price of Bitcoin. So it is hyperinflation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The same thing like you're thinking, man. A lot of people are so bearish right now, but I believe these runestones are going to push Bitcoin to even go higher. That's just my outlook.
I mean, think about it, bro. I mean, we're at what? Oh, go
ahead. Just a quick question. Just getting back to Zen. I know there's been some contentious issues and obviously some heated debates. More recently with you and Jack. Not interested in getting into the nitty-gritty about that, but I just want to ask you a question. Do you feel at heart that Jack's intentions are good?
I can't read anybody's mind, but you can judge a man by the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, as far as you can do, obviously. But do you think his intentions are good?
I mean, just to put things for transparency, like I came in here for Zen. Like I feel that it was a great project, that it could be deployed on many different chains during a time when Bitcoin wasn't doing shit. Ethereum and all these other NFT projects didn't really do too well. So that was my main focus. Maybe some people may think I'm extreme, like a first principle guy, but I think that
look,
it's kind of where
I'm thinking that the biggest argument. Sorry. I guess my question is, and it's not. I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying that it seems to be the status quo with a lot of people that bag Jack is, oh, you've just released too much and you've done this. And that may be right or wrong. But my question is, regardless of that, do you think he has good intentions to do something good? He might have made mistakes if you think he's done too many projects, whatever he's done. But I think in terms of Zen and what he's trying to achieve, do you think he has good intentions?
Like I don't know him personally. Like we just know him here on this Twitter metaverse, right? Like maybe there's we have people that know him, but
we have to judge everybody on Twitterverse. So I guess my question is, I don't know, what's your feel? Do you think he's trying to do something good? His intentions are good, maybe a couple of mistakes here and there, or if it's something different than
I don't have any I don't have any ill intent towards the man. Like I always say this. I commend him for creating a project like Zen. I think he's very, very, very smart. I
Yeah.
don't think he's like a retired person. Actually, like there's not too many developers that understand economics. Like he understands economics, business, and then the software aspect of it, right? Technology. So I think he's very, like, very, very bright. I don't think he's a idiot at all. I
Mm.
just like what I do is I look at the person. Like, are you the same today? Uh, like, are you going to be the same person like from a year later? And I think that we can all say that if you've been here as a day one, I just seen things that I noticed some changes in his character. Like I noticed that in the beginning, Jack was a very humble guy. Like he answered questions. He was pretty cool, very interactive with people. But I think that him launching a lot of projects might have spread himself thin. Because I know how
Mm.
engineers can be. Engineers can be like, you know what, I want to test this out. I want to test that out. And it may come off erratic. So many people
Yeah.
don't can relate to that. You know, they may think that, man, what is he doing? Is he gonna freaking like pump my bags or he's gonna dump it? But the man's an engineer. Like that's what engineers do. You have to test
Mm.
something and try to break it. So I think
Yeah.
with the pressure and the community being behind because everybody wants to see their bags pumped, obviously, yeah, it puts a lot of stress. He's a man, just like I am, and sometimes we could be very defensive. We could be emotional, and
Yeah.
but so far as what he's done with X1, I have my own opinions. Reason why is because I understand how the law works and these regulations. I don't want the government all in my shit. I want to be able to create an autonomy so that way they can't sit there and say, hey, we passed a new regulation. And because you're hosting it on AWS, it's subject to this new regulations that we just passed, which means that you're not registered as a security company. We're going to rug the whole entire project until you go get the proper license. And then the second thing is they're going to roll out some anti-money laundering compliance, which means that now it forces him to go out there and implement some software where now people have to go out there and KYC yourself. And it's more like, then what was the whole point of getting involved in the crypto in the first place? Like getting involved in the
But
crypto was more of a fuck you, freedom of speech. Uh, we're not,
is it
this
is
is
it
against the
based on
bank.
X1 token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So, oh well. So Zen itself, that's not a security, is it? It's not classed
Yeah.
as a security. I mean,
The thing is, the government hasn't really been clear on all this stuff, and it's the wild, wild west. And I think they're doing it
Mhm.
deliberately, trying to get people in trouble. So I don't like it.
Okay.
It's like the gray area. Like we can say that it's not, but it could be an SEC agent that could probably be sitting in this space, gathering information
Yeah.
and then compiling it to indict somebody. So
Yeah.
we don't know what it is because they never gave out clear, like, guidelines. So that's why I
Yeah.
don't like it. I don't want to play in the gray area. It's either white or black with me.
Okay. So I guess I'm not speaking for everybody. I think it's the best project in terms of it's fair, and you know there's not many other developers that get out there and talk quite a lot. I know he's busy and he probably doesn't talk as much as he used to. And I do. I mean, if I got into it to make money from the start, well, I probably wouldn't be very happy if it was just a money thing. It's more the point of it. So yeah, I'm off. I've got some meme coins and things that you wouldn't like, Block, but we all have to make money. But I'm just interested to hear that I think he's got good intentions. You can only take someone if you don't meet them. Even when you meet people, you can think that they're great, and something happens. I sort of listened to him, and you might call me a fool, but I've listened to a lot of people, some developers, and especially, there's just a myriad of just, what do they call them? Promoters or callers and that sort of shit. It's just awful. It's like the show comes to town. In Australia, we say when the show comes to town, lock everything down. Like the meme thing. But just going back to Jack, I think as far as I can, from what I've heard, what I've seen, he seems to be genuine. So that's sort of the question I wanted to ask you, other than from a technical point of view. He may have made mistakes, and he's got into something really big that's probably not being done other than outside Bitcoin. So yeah,
I think in all transparency, he's not here to speak. I can't speak on a man that is not here, so I'll just put it like that. But second of all, like, emotions don't have anything to do with the code, blockchain. So if the code does what it says it does, then it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
So if what you say out in public doesn't match the code, then I'm going to call it out, whether you like it or not. And that's where I look at it, like either you're trying to defraud people or you're trying to push out a real legitimate project. So the only way we will know is time will tell. And when yeah, when X1 is out, then we can all make that decision for ourselves. Other than that, I don't have any.
So you had a deep dive into it?
What'd you say?
You had a deep dive into it recently?
Oh yeah, I picked it apart.
Okay.
I was a little bit. I'll be straightforward with you. I was a little bit pissed off because I just feel like I was talking to an echo chamber that everybody tried to drain out and try to discredit who I am. And I'm more like, I don't have anything to impress. I'm not shilling a project. So whether I give out the information or not. To be honest with you, like the fact of people saying it's decentralized, I didn't necessarily agree with that. The reason why I say this is because Phantom, if you look at the Opera, it uses an API node. So that node that is connected to X1, everyone is connected to that node. And so I don't care if you run 100,000, you're running your node to one node that's integrating into Phantom chain. So that to me is not decentralized. That's the same thing ordinals are doing. They're using one centralized indexer. So then the second thing is like telling me that it's like something new and innovative. This is technically like what Phantom is doing already when we're mining Zen blocks. So those are my stuff. I don't really necessarily want to go into it because it can change. Like he can decide next week, let me change it. But that's what I've seen so far.
Fair enough. I didn't really have. Yeah, I didn't really need an answer. I was just more interested in hearing. Last time I heard Block was probably when he spoke to Jack, and he was going to do a deep dive into what Jack was doing, and I was just interested to hear if he thought he was genuine. I know he hasn't met him, and if he's done a deep dive, what did he think? So yeah, I was just interested on his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the word genuine is, I think that he's genuine by not pushing it out. Obviously, he's doing more testing. So if he were to push out X1 not fully complete, I don't think he was genuine. I think he was in there for a cash grab. But look, let's not force the man. I think time will tell. If you want to build something that's going to be great, let him build. Like having hopium, speculating, it's not very conducive for the community. Like we're just speculating. Yeah. We're talking in circles. So the only thing that I say, like looking at this logically, is like focus on something that's the proven model, right? MVP, which is Zen. X1 right now having these conversations and all that, that's speculation. So we don't know until it's live. Like that's the only thing that I can say that, and we'll see when that comes out live. Until then, I believe that we should focus on Zen. If I'm wrong, if I piss people
Sure.
off, that's my own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Thanks for the answer.
So, Block, what are some protocols that we can use for Zen to make
I mean,
us a better comp?
continue burning and integrating, right? Like figuring out a way how we can integrate with other communities. I mean, look, if you're here, you're putting in spaces. Obviously, you're marketing. That's going to bring more people into it, which means new liquidity. Builders could probably build something to burn. I don't know. There's a plethora of different type of products that we could put out, but I can't give out financial advice. But it's up to the builders, man. We have a lot of good builders here. You got Steve down there. You've got a lot of, so we got good guys. I formed a relationship with people, not on this space, but off these spaces that I talk to. We have a lot of good people in here.
I agree, bro.
Yeah, damn right.
Oh,
Morning.
I've never spoken to the dude.
What what's up? What's up? What's up, Black?
¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó, hermano? How are you?
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Estoy bien. Estoy bien. Mirando a Bitcoin. Mirando a Bitcoin. All fucking day long, right? Yeah, man. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, I just want to say hi, brother. You know, we yeah, we love, who you are. Don't be stranger, right? We like you just said, we all got different opinions and shit, right? But so we love you, expertise and everything, Bitcoin and all of that. We learn a lot from you. So just keep on coming, bro. It's yeah, man. Good to see you again, and hope I see you more frequently.
We'll do, we'll do. Yeah, I come here and support, bro. That's all. Ain't nothing to do
Yeah,
when you're retired.
we know you
So,
legit. You legit, and I think we all trying to be some kind of first principles, right? Is what we hear. And sometimes it's not going to be 100% because sometimes it's impossible, right? But we still, like trying to live by those principles, right? And we know you legit, That's why you're here. That's why we met. So keep it up, brother.
no, we're good, man. We're good. I'm not. I try to put things in perspective, bro. Like we're all emotional people. Like it's just part of life, So I think having open discussion and then chilling out. You know what I mean? I don't let things get to me. I've learned not to be too much of a maxi, right? Zealot, but be open minded. So that's the only way you can learn, bro.
yeah, it's good. Is uh, to look at things from different angles, right? And it's good. I mean, like, fuck. Sometimes we have questions and we don't want to ask. Maybe we shot or something. Other people ask those questions, and we all shit. Like you say, we are a lot of different people here, different minds, a lot of intelligent people here. It's a good fucking relationship we have created between ourselves, right? So it's good, like we adults, we're not going to fight for stupid shit, right? We family, I feel like it's just family. It's it's not going to go away. We stuck with each other. We always ended up here, no matter what, because it's a real friendship. So yeah, I appreciate that from every single one of you guys. So let's fucking roll. Let's straight be
Yeah,
cool.
man. We're some day ones in here, man. Got a lot of OGs in here.
In the snow.
It's just
Saying
it
you need to get out of the snow, mate.
can't get away from us.
You need to come. You need to come down to. You need to come down to Oz to the beaches, mate. Nah. Sometimes they get in your bed. Uh, just a quick question. When we talk about X1, hi, Crypto Dude. I've never spoken to you. I love listening to you, though, amigo.
Hey, thank you. Good to meet you, sir.
Yeah, you too. Just a question. Um, so we all talk about X1, well, recently. Where's Zen going to go? That's no one sort of talks about that. What's going to happen to Zen? Oh, anybody, yeah, yeah. Oh, so you're not sure? Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. If you burn something, you're normally taking it out of existence, right? So then, yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I always got the impression. I watched some of Jack's earlier YouTubes, just interviews, and I always had the impression that there was one particular. I think it was is it Bitcoin Benito? I think that's him. Anyway, it was about maybe 12 months ago. I remember an interview there, and he asked him about Zen, and Elon Musk was mentioned, and he said that it would be completely not responsible. I can't remember the word that he used to present Zen as a currency. And there were a few other videos where he kept mentioning not so much the word currency, but that was my impression of what he was trying to achieve with Zen. And this is before X1.
Yep. I know exactly that video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so there were a few videos there, and I was just listening to him, and I'm thinking at the time, well, originally when you come up with something, that's your idea. So I've burnt some, but there's something in the back of my mind that I'm going, maybe I'll just do 50-50. Maybe I burn some to get X1, and there's something about Zen, because I don't, no one's really explained it in any way or moving forward that makes any sense other than what you think yourself. So I'm like, nah, I think I'm going to hold on to at least half of it. And you know what? It doesn't really matter because it didn't cost us much.
It's
and I'll
it's a
burn
long
some
term
and
play.
get some extra.
Yeah, Zen is a long term play. It's like 8 years. Like
Yeah, but
like I
no one
think people
accepts
are
that.
in
They
here
all
for
go, "Oh, it goes down."
Yeah, I'm a diamond hander. Like I hold.
Yeah.
Like many people come in here, they probably want to just dump their bags and get on to the next project. But if I didn't believe in it, I
Yeah,
would have dumped up my bags like the moment it tanked. I think that's what separates who's here long term and who's here for a short time. But
yeah, I completely agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of yeah. Me neither.
Organic too.
Let me give you the vision of saying what's going to happen, the future, right? This is just after Senara speak, right? Because Senara was saying something. Senara, you
No, I
good,
just
bro?
said we're organic, bro. That's it. That's all I said, bro. As a community, we grow organically. That's how I seen us doing. People will come their way when they need to, bro. They'll find their way to first principles. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there fucking getting shit on with these fucking pre-sales. So they'll find their way.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Bro, I didn't even get my V2 coin still. I literally got run, bro. What are you talking about? I didn't even fucking get coins, bro. No, it was an experience, man. I wanted to see how it felt, but it's been a while, because I've been minting all these protocols, right? We've been doing all these fair protocols, and this one fucking protocol that one of the Dogenos started pushing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna give it a try. I fucking do it for the first time because I was thinking that it was gonna work out, and it didn't fucking work out. So I'm gonna stick to my lane. I'm gonna stick what we believe in over here, and that's it, bro. Focus on Zen. Focusing on the other chains. I told myself I'm gonna just stick with Zen and the rune stones, and that's it for now. Nothing else.
Thank you, Block, for the good words of wisdom. Always appreciate it.
Thanks, Zen Master.
So do we have any news about X1? Because I think I understood that it might be coming after a month that it's live and operational and Uniswap ready and whatever.
We're just waiting for the clicks, bro.
You got the cheap version?
We need
I'm
it.
cheap.
We
I'm
need to
I'm in
align
Zen.
shit
I'm
up
really
with it,
cheap,
right?
guys.
Yeah, we're gonna align some shit with the
That was a
shit,
good
man.
one.
You know, to get shit straight. So we need the lines from the clicks, right? Then game on, bitches. Bro, you know what happened this morning? I wake up, right? And I saw Bitcoin deepen, right? To a good support area there, because I've been tracking it, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck? You know, it's like seconds for you to take a loan. So I did, right? But it was really small amount of money, and and it's being like one of the best fucking entries, you know, for a loan. And I'm like, man, I should have go a little more than that, right? But yeah, it's yeah. Shit, man. You getting robbed, you know, people getting robbed with check coins and shit. You get robbed trading with leverage, right? If you're not careful,
Liquor, ladies, and leverage.
right?
and the rest of the money we
Well,
wasted.
I do degen stuff on the spot, not on leverage. So I waste my money differently. I'm proud of the way I lose my money. Was it Persian? Was it Persian? Was it a Persian rug?
Hey, Thane, just just going back to Zen. So recently, recently. Oh, so before Zen, I'm relatively new, so I haven't experienced a bull market. I did okay in a bear market actually, um, but I got involved in Zen from day one. Uh, Probably because I'd been rugged a few times and thought this sounds fair. So I'm not particularly just, a fair principles maxi, but I liked what it was about. So recently I've made some really good gains in some meme coins, which some people won't like, but yeah, I've done really well. I got in early on Brett, and I've just the whole peppy narrative thing. So it's just basically a narrative thing, nothing else. Um, but I've never felt more positive about something like Zen. I don't make any money out of Zen really now. It's just more being involved, and I don't talk in spaces with meme coin shitheads like the ones that promote them. So, as someone said earlier, it's about the sort of like the underground, I guess you can call it, just this massive building of people that are interested in something that's good and special. And yeah, I haven't, I could make a lot of, I have made a lot of money out of some meme coins, but yeah, I'm more just interested in Zen.
Sen, Sen. You
And that's
remember
it, man.
Joker? You remember Joker when they were like getting money donations to make the Sen song, and they come up with Sen. Six was making fun of it and everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh man, I believe Sam, bro, is a future fucking coin, right? Token. Like what he say?
Good one.
It's a fucking fairy tale, right?
Hey, crypto dude. I'm
Yes.
like you, man. I grew up poor. Not poor financially, but very wealthy in terms of learning and having fun.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
money didn't bring us fun. We just made our own fun, which is really interesting now because there's a lot of people that put shit on Zen, and it sort of reminds me when I was younger. The forever down coin, they call it, don't they? And whatever other shit they want to put on it. But the fact is that it goes back to when I was young, and maybe like you, that we just have something. We talk, we have something that we really love. And if we don't make millions of dollars out of it, it doesn't really matter. We just all have something in common and we're having fun and we talk about other things. So that's another thing I really like about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in other communities too. I mean, it's
No.
really something that we have in our community is the fact that it's open to other things, but it really likes Zen at the core. Yeah,
Yeah, completely.
I heard.
and we can go degen and leverage all we want. It doesn't change the fact that our heart is over here.
I heard. What's his name? Gary Cardone, right? Having a space open just to join for a little bit, and he said, right? He said like, ask your fucking question. We will have a DJ or someone here that will know the fucking answer, right? Or close to it, some, and that's fucking true, bro. Like everybody here, like I don't know who brought it out. We the PhD of crypto, right? And this fucking space, right? In these fucking chats that we have, right? Because I mean, it's the truth, right? We're not just maxis, Rabbi saying, right? Saying, right? We everywhere, right? Like we snipers, we DJs, we traders, we fucking making deals with fucking stones and shit, right? Like we're in another level. We're in the underground, motherfuckers, right? And that's why I always say, yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna give you guys a very good example of what it's like to be in Zen. So I don't. This is the first time that you've heard me talk, but for the
Fuck yeah, Polly. We love to fucking hear you, Polly.
Romeo,
come on more often. Yeah.
Romeo, you're horning up. Be quiet. So I've sent some of you guys messages privately. I don't have a lot of time like you guys don't either, and for various reasons. But I've listened. I wake up every morning because I'm in Australia, so you guys are doing this late at night. Generally, I wake up in the morning. I've got an earpiece in, and the first thing I want to do is listen to either Rome Spaces or Thane Spaces or somebody else's spaces to do with Zen religiously every morning. And it's really got nothing, there's no hopium, there's no, Zen's going to do this and Zen's going to do that. It's like a radio show almost. You know what I mean? It's just part of what I do every morning. Straight up, I listen. And that's what I like about Zen. It just brings a lot of people together, and if it brings us money, that's great. But I mean, seriously, I've had so much fun along the way, just listening to crypto dudes travels, and Rome getting a bit bipolar now and again, and ball bag Cleo dropping in, the village idiot. And as much as I hate him, but yeah, it's all good. So I look forward to it. It's good. I hope he listens to this. He's a ball bag.
The whole package.
So yeah, the whole package. That's it. Low hanging fruit. So yeah, it's really great, and that's what I like. Wake up, listen to what these guys have been talking about the night before. So it's great.
Fuck yeah, Polywaffle. What I like about this community is that I understand the value, where value really comes from. I've been able to appreciate value, not monetary value, but intricate value. The value that comes from what you don't see, what's not tangible.
Yeah.
And so when I come around, when I do what I do, don't kill the messenger, kill the message. It ain't me. I don't mean to step on anybody, but at the barbershop, when I roll, everybody welcome. You dig? And
Yeah.
so what I like about, I ain't here to satisfy everybody, but I stand for something. I stand, and I like the principles that we stand for. It really has, I've learned a lot through the people that has many more years in this crypto space, right? And that's what I like, because I know the value of your network environment. It's not something, it's everything. So fuck, I got heavy hitters, dude. Big ups, Block. I love you, bro. I see. I'm just letting you know. I feel the. I just want you to feel my love. I don't feel your love, but hey, don't kill the messenger. Kill the message. I'm just saying. But we're human, and I know. But I'm telling you, I got a lot of admiration, a lot of respect. Come on, man. I'm a barber, bro. I come into this space and I stretch myself and I learn. You dig? And I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's what Zen has done. I like Zen because of the principles, the fucking principles.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Fuck
Ryan,
yeah.
I agree. The worst thing is that you have to try and explain. So even my wife, she's like, I had you guys on speaker one night. Generally, I've got an earbud in and I'm working. I'm a builder and I've got all sorts of other shit going on. So, when you're live, even you're in my ear, I'm listening, but I don't look at my phone. So one night I put the speaker on. We'd had a few drinks. She goes, "Who the fuck are these people?" And I said, "Well," I said, "She doesn't do crypto. She thinks crypto is a scam. The parents said that's a scam because they watch the news and it's like other people." I'm going, "Well, you can believe what you want to believe, and I just have an interest." And it just so happens that it's not even about crypto, that I can just get different views on different things because you guys don't always talk about crypto. There might be just, crypto dudes had some health problems. There might be men's health problems. There might be, I've never heard that in other spaces I've been into. It's just a bunch of fucking dickheads talking like 16-year-old kids. I can't even understand them.